Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel on this beautiful autumn gray day, but the colors are just splendid, and it's not too cold, but it's a little windy. Anyway, before we get on with the video, this is what we're going to talk about today, but not exactly this. Be right back with you. I want to talk to you about a product that I make, handkerchiefs. I make handkerchiefs along with a bunch of other stuff, and every man needs one. Be a man, get yourself a handkerchief, share with your friends and enemies, because even your enemies need to clean their noses. Talk to you soon. Get yourself a handkerchief. Bye. Welcome back everybody. Before we get started, I appreciate if you subscribe to my channels. We're growing in numbers. I really appreciate it. Very humbled by your support. And please share with your friends and enemies, because your enemies, they also, why not? They need to learn something also. We're not always enemies anyway. And definitely with your friends, you want your friends to maybe pick up on something here. Give me a thumbs up and leave a comment down below, because I respond to all the comments. There you go. Anyway, so since for many, many years, I have relied on this, a map and compass, to get me anywhere and everywhere. And no matter what happens, I'm still going to rely on a map and compass to get me anywhere and everywhere. Now, quick story. I first saw a GPS back in I would say it was the late 80s, something like that. I was in the National Training Center, and we were up on doing a night exercise. And lo and behold, we saw this greenish bluish light, or, well, that's what the color was with night vision, down in the valley. And as it got closer, I realized it was 5 people walking toe to toe in the darkness. Well, I should say toe to heel in the darkness. And as they got closer to us, we noticed that what had happened, one of them was carrying a GPS in front of their face, like a big one, with cables going into a backpack. And we went down, and there were some engineer unit, a survey unit, and they had this mobile type man pack, and they were walking around with this GPS in their hands. For everybody to see. Anyway, you could see the light against the face with night vision. It really just shone a lot. So that was my first time seeing a GPS. After that, of course, with some sisters who are fire support people and reconnaissance people, later on confirming positions, this kind of stuff. But we were still relying on the map and compass. Just before I got out, we got this famous GPS called the Plugger. It came in as a huge brown looking, about the size of an MRE, maybe a little bigger. And that came in, and we took some classes. And then I got out and moved over here to Europe. Then not too long after that, we had the handheld GPS devices. And they basically gave you some very basic information. Then a little as they grew, now they are basically your telephone is a GPS device. I have on my telephone, I have a couple of apps. Well, not only just that, but I have have Google Maps, and I have other maps, but also an app that's it's a Trails map GPS basic device. And it shows me where I'm at on a stationary map, basically. So there you go. Well, throughout the current situation with the war and the military, a lot of companies have come up with other GPS devices, much smaller, and one of them was Garmin. And Garmin came up with a wrist GPS be worn on the wrist, and I see a lot of guys wearing them, a lot of photographs, a lot of videos, this kind of stuff. And I thought, you know what? I want to check this out a little more. So I did a little bit more investigating in it, and I realized that I didn't want one. And here I am. Last week I found one for a very good price, brand new online. I said, well, let me get one. So I got one. Okay. Well, I didn't just get it. I had to also look up, because I'd seen pictures of different protective devices on them, how they were carried and this kind of stuff, and they were carried on their wrist. Well, when I got mine, the wrist was a little bit tight, okay, because I have big wrists actually. And I thought, well, I'm gonna have to do something about this. So I went in and made myself a protective cover and device for mine. This is what it looks like. Okay, this is what you got right here. You have your GPS here. let me put my map and compass away. You have your GPS here, it's under here, and then this just pops off, and there you go. Well, then you have all your data entry. You can easily find out about this right here. This is the Foretrex 601 Garmin GPS. It's a wrist mounted one. And basically all I did was I didn't come up with this on my own. I did a lot of investigating, and I thought this was the simplest one. I like simple, keep it simple, stupid. And what this does is it basically protects it with a cover. And what it is I basically sewed together a 1000 denier on top of a 500. Then it's a special, it's basically the material used for laser cutting, this kind of like that. I sewed them together. I put an elastic band on the back. It stretches through it. And then I came up with my own different, well, greener and a lot larger, longer a wristband, okay? Which I sewed everything together, and this one here does pop out, it's like this right here, and there you go. And I even put my little smiley face on there, which is what I do. If you're interested in one of these right here, I'm going to put them on my website. Not necessarily in this color. It's going to be probably just in green, and but we'll see. I mean, I can always make this right here for you in this color right here if you want to, but we'll see what the price is going to be. I have to do a little bit of calculating, but I'll introduce this onto my website. But anyway, what I like about this GPS is I went into it and I was able to go into when you first register everything inside of it. I registered for Switzerland, and it gives you your Swiss location. Now, of course, you guys just saw my Swiss location right here. If you maybe can see it on there. And what I did is I went to a known location. I checked on the map, which is what I did this morning, actually, to confirm. And then I checked the grid that it gave me for Switzerland, and it's exact, perfect. Made me very happy. It also gives you the northeast longitude, latitude, location information also. But that right there made me happy, very happy. Then of course you have all the other things within it for trekking. It can hold on to you can flag locations. You can or mark locations. You can whatever routes you took, all this kind of stuff is registered into it. It's funny because the other day I actually put it in my car and it told me exactly how fast I was going, this kind of like that, which is quite interesting. So it actually works very well, just like your car GPS does, except it does give a little bit of imagery on it, but that's not so important to me. What's more important to me is the data I can get from it. And being able to confirm my location is great. Now, am I going to use this right here? I'm probably going to use a little bit of a backup, I would say. Primarily what I'm going to do with it, though, is when I set up my land navigation courses, I'm going to use this right here to help set up my points, okay? Reference points, so people can, if I give them a grid or give them a grid location, I can confirm that it's exactly where it's at, and then they can move to it. So there you go. This thing uses AAA batteries. Got 2 of them in there, and it's got lots of little things. You can discover more about this online. Go to their website, to Garmin. So the Foretrex 601. I think they have newer designs. I think they have a 701 or even 800 series. I'm not really sure about all that. I just got this on here because it looked interesting to me. It looked like it would do what I wanted to do. I don't need a whole lot of information thrown at me, but this right here does it. So if you're interested, look into that, and find out more about it. Now, if you're also interested, like I said, if you're interested in getting your hands on one of these wristband, and you don't necessarily have to have the wristband. You can use the band that comes with it, a black one. I can just make this piece right here, very simple, and then we can discuss that. Like I said, pricing, this kind of stuff. So, but anyway, just let me know if that's what you want. It's almost a little bit reversible because on the back side is olive drab, so I could flip it over. Let's see how it looks like. I'll do it real quick. It's really simple to pull out. I'll pull this piece right here out, take this right here, flip it over, and there you go. You have an olive one. It's on the olive side. So you actually could do these in different ways. You could do like a desert side and an olive side. That's easy to sew those materials together if you have them, or if I have them, And then, let's see, slide it around a little bit, get it in position, pop this back through. I just did it with that frog, the duck hunter camouflage, or the World War II Marine Corps, or the World War II camouflage, because I like that camouflage a lot, and I plan on making some things with that camouflage. But anyway, there you go. Now it's an olive, okay? And this right here fits easily on the wrist, okay? We pop it on there. Now, I'm sort of a little bit not too keen on this wrist, the way the wristband's set up, but it actually does work and it's comfortable. It's not anything extraordinary, okay? Now we have this right here on it, okay? And it's set up. Everything's gonna work. Just move things around a little bit here if I need to, but it's all ready, okay? And I have it on my wrist. You can put this anywhere else on you if you want to also. So there you go. Very simple video about the 601, the Garmin 601 Foretrex, and the cover that I'm making now, which I'll throw those up on my site, give you an idea. And if you're interested in one, let me know, and I'll make you one up and send it off to you. And if you have something a little bit different sizes, we can work on the scale also. If you have a different model or a different tool that you want to protect, okay, a different size, so we can work on that too. Anyway, very simple. Listen, I hope you all have a pleasant day, and take care of yourselves. God bless you. Have a good weekend. And I know Thanksgiving's coming up very soon. This here's probably going to come out a little bit after Thanksgiving, probably beginning of December. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Talk to you very soon. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye.